আপনাদের সকলকে অ্যামেজিং আর্থ টিভি গ্লোব চ্যানেলে স্বাগতম। Welcome everyone to the Amazing Earth TV Globe channel. I am so pumped to have you with us today because we're about to jump into one of the wildest mysteries out there, the enigma of the Devil's Triangle. সমুদ্রের এমন এক অঞ্চল যেখানে হঠাৎ উধাও হয়ে গেছে বিমান, জাহাজ আর শত শত মানুষ। বারমুডা ট্রায়াঙ্গল। এটি কি শুধুই প্রকৃতির খেলা নাকি এখনও লুকিয়ে আছে অজানা কোনো রহস্য? Man, that really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly captures the sheer, terrifying mystery we're dealing with here. So once again, Amazing Earth TV Globe channel Shagatam. If you're the kind of person who loves throwing on a detective hat and digging into the world's greatest mysteries using cold, hard facts, you are exactly where you need to be. We're going to separate the fact from the fiction today and figure out what is actually happening out there in the deep water. Section 1. Earth's most mysterious region. Okay, let's dive right into this. So, picture the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean. Now, you won't find official boundaries for this on any standard political map. It's really just an imaginary triangle that connects three specific points: Miami in Florida, the island of Bermuda, and San Juan down in Puerto Rico. Try to mentally map that out for a second. We're talking about an incredibly busy, heavily traveled patch of ocean right off the coast of the Americas. And listen, we aren't just talking about some tiny little localized vortex. The estimated area here ranges from 500,000 to a staggering 1.5 million square miles. To put that into perspective, that is just a terrifyingly massive expanse of deep, open water. Trying to find a lost ship out there, it's literally like looking for a needle in a continent-sized haystack. No way around it. Now keep that massive scale in mind for a second. This whole region is notorious for absolutely insane rapid weather changes. I'm talking sudden, violent storms that just pop up out of nowhere. You've got giant rogue waves, deadly cyclones, ocean currents that shift in a blink, and blinding fog. Definitely file this information away, guys, because this specific list of wild weather anomalies is going to be a huge clue for us when we hit the science later on. Section 2. Famous disappearance mysteries. Let's look at how this all started. If we trace this back chronologically, the real terror kind of kicked off in the headlines around 1918. That's when this massive Navy cargo ship, the USS Cyclops, just vanished without a trace. Then jump ahead to 1945. This is probably the one you've heard of, when 5 Navy training planes, known as Flight 19, completely disappeared. These incredibly tragic, unexplained losses really snowballed in the public's imagination until 1964, when a writer named Vincent Gaddis finally slapped a terrifying name on it: the Bermuda Triangle. What makes these specific incidents so deeply unsettling is the sheer scale. We're talking over 300 lives lost on the Cyclops alone, and an entire squadron of 5 planes wiped out with Flight 19. But you know what the truly chilling part is? Zero debris. Literally nothing was ever found. Even the massive rescue plane that went out looking for Flight 19, it vanished too. No distress signals, no wreckage floating around. Just gone. Section 3. Supernatural and alien theories. This is where things get a little wild. You have absolutely heard these before. I mean, sensationalized stories are everywhere, claiming alien abductions are literally snatching planes right out of the sky. Other people swear it's the lost underwater city of Atlantis, using some sort of ancient crystal technology to drag ships to the bottom. And, oh, you can't forget the classic sci-fi favorite: massive time warps trapping people in alternate dimensions. Look, they're super fun stories, but I gotta remind you right up front, there is absolutely zero scientific proof for any of this stuff. None. So, I've gotta ask you, oti prakrito naki vigyan? Is there really something supernatural going on out there, or is it just science we haven't quite wrapped our heads around yet? While you chew on that for a second, I want to jump in and say, notun video pete amader channel ti subscribe korun evon bell icon ti tipun. We absolutely love putting together these deep dive explainers for you, and your support is what helps us keep uncovering all these incredible facts about our planet. Section 4. The scientific explanations. Let's look at the facts. Step by step, actual science completely dismantles those alien theories. Researchers actually point to 4 primary, very real culprits here. First up, that severe weather we talked about a minute ago. Number 2, localized magnetic compass anomalies. Number 3, an incredibly powerful ocean current known as the Gulf Stream. And finally, number 4, this absolutely fascinating phenomenon involving methane gas. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the Gulf Stream completely solves the whole missing wreckage mystery.
Think of the Gulf Stream as this massive, fast-moving river flowing right through the middle of the ocean. If a plane goes down or a ship sinks, this powerful current basically acts like a giant eraser. It can literally wash debris dozens or even hundreds of miles away before a rescue team ever gets there, which makes it look like the vessel just blinked right out of existence.
And oh man, then we have the methane gas theory. This is just pure awesome science. So deep beneath the ocean floor out there, you've got these massive pockets of trapped methane gas. If there's a mini earthquake or some seismic shift, that gas violently erupts up toward the surface. As millions of bubbles rise, they drastically lower the actual density of the water, which means a giant ship that was floating just fine a second ago suddenly loses its buoyancy and gets swallowed whole in an instant. See? No aliens required for sure.
Section 5. What do scientists actually say? So, the crucial point is, let's do a quick reality check here. Statistically speaking, the Bermuda Triangle is literally no more dangerous than any other heavily traveled shipping lane on the planet. Sure, accidents absolutely happen, but the real causes are usually just tragically ordinary things like human error, terrible weather, or sudden tech failures. The whole mystery is honestly just an exaggerated story that's been blown wildly out of proportion by decades of pop culture and media sensationalism. Which leads us right to our final thought. The Bermuda Triangle? It isn't some supernatural death trap. Honestly, it's just a massive testament to the power of a good story. Is the real mystery simply how easily a thrilling legend can make us completely ignore the actual science? It's kind of fascinating how our brains would rather believe in a spooky myth than, ocean currents and bad weather. Thank you so much for exploring these facts with me today on Amazing Earth TV Globe. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and I will see you in the next explainer.